The people of Peterborough, Ontario came together and, over the past 10 years, produced a remarkable network of recreational trails from old, abandoned rail lines. This is the story of how that network came about. We'll look at the extent of the new network, the scenic landscapes it passes through, and meet some of the hundreds of people involved in its formation. I first got involved with the group around 1993. I was new to Peterborough, and I was looking for a way to apply some of the knowledge I'd gained in geography and meet some new people. The Kawartha Rail Trail members would meet regularly in a small office located here on George Street in Peterborough. The board members at the time were Dave Allen, Chris Mather, Kara Peterman, Bob Lapham, and myself, Brian Slack. For me, the section of abandoned rail corridor running from Peterborough to Lakefield was an important piece of the new trail network. In 1998, I was asked by the County of Peterborough to participate in a volunteer steering committee. This committee was set up to recommend planning options for a section of land including the River Road and abandoned rail line parallel to it. This land runs parallel to the Otonabee River. It has important historical significance as it was a trade route for native peoples and carried people, goods, and services along it from the area's earliest days. The committee sat for about a year and recommended the road along the river not be changed, but that a recreational trail be built on the abandoned railbed. As the recreational representative on that committee, I was faced with some opposition to the idea of a trail, but quickly the idea gained favor. Soon after, the recommendations were passed on to County Council. Haig Kelly and Baron Cohen came forward from the Peterborough Rotary and made significant donations to the project, and, combined with the funds raised by the committee from the county, the trail was built. This trail passes forests, cattle farms, and marshes, but is most notably a riverside ride linking Peterborough to Lakefield. Families are often found riding this safe 7-kilometer trail on weekend afternoons in the spring, summer, and fall. While we were working behind the scenes with the County of Peterborough, trying to establish the River Road link to Lakefield, the City of Peterborough was in the midst of planning a brand new waterfront park and trail for the new millennium. This project was completed and now acts as a hub for the trails in the Peterborough area. Mayor Sylvia Sutherland and designer-architect Brian Basterfield give their impressions of this new park.
It struck me for years that we had the river. We had this wonderful river, the Otonabee River, flowing through the downtown core of Peterborough. And nobody really knew it was there because it was buried. It was hidden from the city. It was hidden from the urban core. So, it seemed to me we should use this asset, open it up, make people aware that it was here, and create an environment where they could be comfortable and enjoy. And so when I was re-elected in 1997, we had the Millennium Year was coming up, the year 2000. And what better legacy, really, in a way, to leave to the citizens of Peterborough than an urban park along a river. And had a council who was very supportive, had staff who were creative and supportive, had wonderful resources in town such as Brian Basterfield. And so it just took off.
When we first started this project, it was one of our goals was to draw the downtown to the waterfront, to take advantage of the jewel that we had down here that nobody was visiting. So this became sort of the key entry point, and what's interesting about this space is that it is very, very close to the original settlement location of Adam Scott in 1820 when he first established a mill in Peterborough, and was really the first to set down European roots here. There was a lot of native activity going on at the same time in this location, and that had a lot to do with the portage from Chemung Lake all the way down to the Otonabee River just behind us. And so culturally, there's a whole lot has happened on this corner for many years. So we wanted to find a way to let people understand the importance that time has had on this corner. And being a Millennium project, this project was to be opened in the year 2000 at the start of the new millennium. We started thinking about what was the most important aspect of this whole project, and what it boiled down to was it represents the passage of time and what's gone on from the glacial times right up to our current time. So when we started to think along that notion of the passage of time, it got us thinking about the circle as being the symbol of the passage of time. And there's no better representation, no better measurement of time than the circle itself. And coincidentally, the circle also is a very strong element in the Aboriginal culture. What tells you most about lakes than the boathouse, and we started talking about boathouses and what was the symbol of a boathouse. Well, they're so very different because they're as different as the people that built them for their cottages. So they have all kinds of form and character to them, which gave a lot of design freedom to the building architect as we gave them some direction to develop a boathouse.